Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are after market close on Friday, October 13th. We're going to take a look at our old friend SoFi. So before we throw the levels on the chart, I first wanted to check out the EMAs here on the daily. So we see back here, it was trying to hold support over the EMAs and briefly made a little run and then got trapped underneath some pretty big sell-offs and has been in a bearish formation ever since. Now with the recent push, interestingly, it got up over that 34 EMA, the red one, and then on this pullback, it's dipping and trying to catch support right off of this 21. That 8 is still at a slight bullish crossover on the 21. So if it can, get some upward momentum early next week, maybe that can be preserved. We'll have to wait and see. But you do see, decent-ish volume coming in on the sell side. So we'll see if that continues to take shape or not, and if these EMAs can provide any additional support. Now, if we go ahead and throw the levels on, we'll see where we're situated. I know that this gets very cluttered very quickly, which is why I wanted to start with them off. One thing to note, we had this gap, right? This big down day here that started about 8:29 and filled at about 8:15. It filled that today. So good news? I don't know. Good news as long as it doesn't result in sort of additional momentum and it just dragging the stock down further. Hopefully we don't see sort of a push and then a big pull like we saw here. We have a bigger push this time, so swing high from this swing to this swing, right? It's moving in the right direction, but we still have this 9 range up here, which is problematic, and it's not anywhere near that yet. So sort of interested to see. We can zoom in a minute, but it pushed off of this 849 pretty solidly today. Like I said, came down, filled this gap, and now is trying to catch support on this 810 level. So if we zoom in and see how the levels are treating us on the intraday, you would have seen after close yesterday, it just sort of like sitting here after it hit resistance there toward the end of the day, picked up some support toward the top of this gap in the pre-market, quickly hit that 849 level and shrugged right off of it this morning. Again, tried to catch support at that 829. That 829 is not only the start of the gap, but it's also a support level. That's why it's purple. This grayed out 815 level is not a support level. It is just the fill of the gap. So in any case, flipped that to resistance and then came down, needed to catch 807, which is a few pennies lower than our 810 support level, but as you see, it filled that gap in that range and then came up and sort of, tried to grab support once again over that 810 level, sort of treating the previous gap as resistance. So pretty solid on the levels today. I'm happy with how that played out, given, minus 3% is not the lowest movement of days. So holding nicely with even sort of moderate to large-ish moves. Now, if we flip over, it's an odd way to stutter. If we flip over to the Think or Swim study. Hey folks, just so you know, you can get these videos early and ad-free. If you click on the description below and become a member, you can make that happen, and I really appreciate the support. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of the video. We see here, this is again on the daily, where we are in the channel. So again, on that big push that brought us over 11, we were way out of the channel, quickly came down, couldn't do much to hold support to the mid-range, grabbed the bottom of the channel, and then retested the mid-range, shrugged it off again, and then a double test here of the bottom bound of the channel before this most recent push. And now we see with the recent push, we finally have the bearish momentum on the histogram on the TTM squeeze indicator completely at the baseline, and then today getting its first little glimpse of a bullish momentum. So we'll see if that continues to take shape. Now, it's in a neutral trend at the moment. not leaning either direction. We see it's testing the right area, right? It has this mid-range of the channel. If it's going to confirm support, to have confidence, any confidence in this move, I would want to see it secure support there, because if it slips below it again, best case scenario, it kind of wrestles with it like this. Worst case scenario, we get another push down toward the lower bound of the channel like we saw here. Now, additionally, right here, we have this 180 to 200 EMA cloud that could provide some additional support if it does dip down there. But, like I said, to have much confidence in this potential move, I would really not want to see it lose support of this mid-range on Monday. So we'll see what it does with that on Monday. A little hopeful based on this motion on the histogram, but that could get upended really, really quickly. So we'll just have to see. Nothing else triggering on the TTM squeeze indicator as of yet. So, we will tune back in and see how that takes shape next week. All right, folks, I hope that you had a nice trading week and that you enjoy your weekend. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.